Hello guys, what's up and welcome to Ascension Addict Tarot. Today we are going to be looking at the fall equinox, which is happening on Tuesday, September, I believe 22nd. It might be the 23rd, don't quote me. Let's see, take a peek at my phone. Yeah, I believe it's Tuesday the 22nd. I'm filming this on Saturday the 19th. So what I wanted to do was not only look at what's happening around the fall equinox, but what's happening with the divine masculine and the divine feminine around this potent time. So equinoxes and solstices are always really good for a revamp, right? Looking at what needs to be changed and even possibly doing a ritual around what you want to have change, right? They're potent portal energy times, if that makes sense, where you can change your fate, right? You can change your fate, you can change the fate of your lineage, like your ancestral karma. So it's a potent time that's coming up. Obviously, we just came off of the back of this Virgo new moon. We're also in Mars retrograde, so there's a lot going on. And I just wanted to know how this equinox was going to affect divine masculine and divine feminine. There are a lot of unions happening. Some of us are coming into union and it doesn't look quite like what we thought it would. So hopefully this provides a little insight for the energies that are occurring at this time. So please do remember that this reading is a general reading, so it won't resonate for everyone. And if you're looking for a more personal experience, check out the information in the description box below where I offer personal readings. All right. So let's just go on and get into it. So I'm going to pull 3 overall cards for the energy right now. So let's see what we have. And I'll be sure to link the names of the tarot cards that I use in the description box as well, just in case you're interested. These cards are so huge. Okay, let's stick it out. So what do we have? First card coming out, Miracle. Number 33, so it's a master number, breaks down to 6, which is about balance. The frequency of a miracle supports our belief in ourselves as a part of Source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. Interesting. So on the bottom of the deck, we have magic. So it feels like almost something that perhaps you thought wasn't ever going to happen might actually be happening. But we'll see. Okay. So what do we have from our Star Seed Oracle? I love these cards. They are absolutely gorgeous. Let's see what we have. Overall energy for the fall equinox. We're getting 3 cards. Should we take all 3? Yes? Yes? Okay. We're going to take all 3. All right. So we're getting Child of the Cosmos, You're Not for Everyone, and Lost Lands. So Child of the Cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness and face your true north. And then Lost Lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. This honestly, to me, and I am going to pull from the Moonology deck just to kind of see where this is going, but it feels like you're being called to remember who you are and what you came here to do. That's what these cards feel like. Your soul memory and gifts. So for some of you, this is tarot reading. For some of you, it's, you know, hands-on healing like Reiki or massage or, but you're being called to, I feel like with this, remember what you came here to do. I cannot make it up. On the bottom of the deck, New Earth, soul missions. That's what it's feeling like. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the camera. Peek. Okay. So let's see what Moonology has for us. We'll keep it to 3 and under cards, right? That's the deal? Yes, please, that's the deal. So what's the overall energy? I'm not taking that. That's like 7 cards. What's the overall energy for the fall equinox? All right. And look at the bigger picture. So definitely, I feel like there's definitely something that will be coming in the near future, but it looks as though it's going to require you to understand what your actual mission is. You know, there's a lot of people on this twin flame journey and they feel like it's about the relationship, the love, and it is, right? It's about that partnership and that union between, you know, these two individuals and source. But beyond that, and more important than that, it's about why you all actually came here. And I feel like this fall equinox, it's going to be about figuring that out and figuring how, irrespective of what's going on with the two of y'all, you're able to find common ground, right? And that common ground really ought to be based in your missions. On the bottom, we have a time for healing. So we're going to see. We're going to see where this goes. So I want to start with the divine feminine. How are DFs feeling with all this energy that's swirling around us? How are my divine feminines feeling? All right. Literally can't make it up. First card out, 9 of Wands. Tired. Been on a very long journey. A very long journey. Some of us longer than others. But feeling very tired. You also got the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Justice card. Lots of wands here. Sorry, I'm just trying to see how these kind of fit together. You know, more than anything, what I feel like is divine feminines they've come to a point where they understand what they want. And they understand quite well what they don't want. This Knight of Wands energy, this in and out, flash in the pan energy, DFs don't want that. They're tired of that. They've experienced it way too much. You know, they're looking to take this Knight of Wands energy and turn it into the Ace of Wands energy, right? Almost in the sense of, like, not even waiting on a person to bring you this passion, but waiting on the universe with the Ace of Wands to bring you this passion. You know it's due you. You know it's coming. But you're not tying that to an individual anymore, right? And that's where the Justice card comes in at. Let's see what this Knight of Wands is about. Knight of Wands. Yeah, we have the 10 of Wands, the Strength card, and last but not least, the 7 of Pentacles. Absolutely. You're tired. You went from the 9 of Wands to the 10 of Wands. Like, you're tired of waiting on this in and out, you know, summertime. I see you here, I see you there, I don't see you, I don't hear from you. You're tired of that. And what you really want is this passionate new beginning here with this Ace of Wands. You feel like it's owed to you for everything that you've sort of gone through, for everything that you've learned. So that's how DF is feeling. Let's see how my divine masculines are feeling. This fall equinox energy coming in. Okay. DMs, talk to me. How are we feeling overall? I just heard the word lessons. So we'll see. Okay. Also getting 4 cards. So Divine Masculine is getting the 9 of Swords, followed by the 4 of Swords, followed up by the Lovers and the Queen of Wands. So the Divine Masculine seems as though he's concerned about whether or not he can heal. And from the looks of it, it's not so much about healing himself, but healing this connection. There's a confidence issue here. And it's either they don't feel confident enough in your presence, or they don't feel confident enough with themselves. But it's almost like this healing isn't taking place because it's worrying about whether or not they're good enough. You know, and you can already see the mirroring, right? You have one person saying, I know what I deserve. I know I'm not putting up with this. I know, right? And then you have the counterpart being like, ugh, I don't know if I can go over to this person because they seem really confident. They seem like they're not putting up with no nonsense. Is this the Queen of Swords? No, it's the Queen of Wands. So she ain't fully gonna cut you out. But the Queen of Wands knows what she wants. She's not taking anything less than. And he can feel that. So they're saying also be careful with the energy transfer right now. Energy is flowing back and forth from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine effortlessly at this time. Okay, if you're feeling tired, like out of the clear blue sky, it's probably because your counterpart is feeling tired. If you're feeling stressed or worried out of the clear blue sky, it's probably because your counterpart. So the energy it's linked up 100%. And that's what we mean when we say like union is here. And people are like, but I haven't talked to so-and-so. It doesn't matter. Energetically, the union is here for a fact, right? And if it's not, it doesn't mean that it's not your story. It just could mean that you're on a different timeline. You might be a little bit behind, whatever the case may be. But, you know, by now, I feel like most of you should know if this is your story or not. So let's, 4 of Swords and the Queen of Cups popping out. But let's look at the 9 of Swords. What's this 9 of Swords about for the Divine Masculine? Divine Masculine clearly wants to talk. It's getting 500 cards. And again, I just want one more, Spirit. This one. Thank you. Okay. So he's getting the King of Swords, the World card, and the 6 of Swords. So this worrying and stressing, he's used to this energy, right? And I say he, it's not, it could be a man or a woman, but Divine Masculine, they're used to this energy, okay? This worrying, can I do it? Can I do it? Should I do it? Can I? They're used to that. But with the King of Swords here, he's trying to conquer this, like once and for all. Divine Masculine is trying to conquer their fear, their worry, their anxiety, once and for all. They've got the World card here and the 6 of Swords. So definitely closing out a cycle, definitely moving on to a better situation. That's what they want. Especially with this 4 of Swords here and it popping out again with the Queen of Cups. They know that it's time. They know that it's time to move into a loving space and out of this worrying, fretful space, right? Let's look at the Lovers and the Queen of Wands. Tell me about the Lovers and the Queen of Wands down here. Okay. We're getting the 3 of Wands, followed by the Ace of Swords, followed by the Lovers. They know this is their path. They 100% know this. If you are, you know, have a counterpart, you haven't spoken to them, maybe you haven't spoken to them in months, maybe you haven't spoken to them in years, they know. Regardless of what you are hearing or seeing, they know. Regardless of what they've ever told you, they know. They know that you're their future for a fact. but there's definitely still some, I'm just hearing latent anxiety. So, yes, we are moving into a different time. But you know how it is. Even after you've healed, sometimes things still pop up and trigger you. That's what's happening. Right? Okay, so let's look at what lessons the Divine Feminine is going through at this time. If you like this video, go on ahead, tap that like button, subscribe, share, you know the deal. Share the love on YouTube. So what lessons is Divine Feminine learning at this time? All right, first card popping out, the Eight of Wheels, or the Eight of Pentacles, followed by the Seven of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. So the Divine Feminine, they put in the work, right? They stood strong with this Seven of Wands. They stood up to people who said, no, this wasn't going to happen. No, it wasn't going to work. No, they've held their vision is what this feels like. They've done the work, in fact, to be able to hold this vision. Because everybody knows, like, as things are going on in this connection, a lot of times you want to give up. A lot of times you probably did give up, right? But you've now done the work to be able to hold your vision. So it's literally like no matter what anyone tells you, you know that you deserve this, whether it comes from the Divine Masculine or somebody else. Like, let's just say I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing the messages out there. But you've done the work for what you know you deserve. You've done the work for this newness, this change that's coming in. We'll clarify the Page of Pentacles. What's this Page of Pentacles about for the Divine Feminine? All right. We've got the Judgment card, followed by the Queen of Pentacles. Hope y'all can see that. And the Nine of Cups. So yeah, you know what you want. You've done the work. You know who you are. You know what you deserve. I mean, Divine Feminine, you're coming in strong. You're coming in strong. It looks like you're really have found a place of balance. Yeah, that's beautiful. So let's see what Divine Masculine is working on. What lessons is Divine Masculine working on at this time? Getting the Three of Wands again. It really seems as though Divine Masculine is looking towards the future. I'm just feeling that. So, Three of Wands, also getting the Nine of Wands. One last card, Spirit. Okay, and the Five of Wands. Tons of wands, tons of fire energy, tons of passion. So the Divine Masculine, for the lessons that he's working on right now, is getting the Three of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the Five of Wands. This is about where he has almost created some of this conflict, okay? What I'm getting here is, a little bit of stubbornness. And, that when we talk about distorted masculine energy, and don't get it twisted, because Divine Feminines can also exhibit distorted masculine energy, but when speaking about distorted masculine energy, this is one of these traits of this I know best, it must be my way, right? It's about control. And with that right now, it seems as though the Divine Masculine is learning how those sort of control issues can lead to conflict in his future. Like, he's ready to go to the future, but right now he's doing an assessment of how best to get there, an assessment of how to keep it sustainable, for the future. And that's beautiful because that's what masculine energy does, right? Okay. Plans, all of that. So let's see. What's this Five of Wands about? What's this conflict about? Popping out. So we have the Three of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Hermit. Okay. So, and the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. Can you see that? Okay. So this conflict, again, it's about, do I work with someone or these people? In particular, it might, have to do with this partnership between the two of y'all. But there's this energy of, how do I make this work, right? And he's definitely taking some time with the Hanged Man and the Hermit here to go within and figure this out. How do I make this work? How do I not run back into the same issues that I ran back into before, right? Because you know how this goes. A lot of times you come back together and you think, oh, it's going to be okay. And then, boom, something else happens and bam, separation again. So he's really trying to figure out, how do I make sure that doesn't happen again? It's actually very beautiful. When you look, people always dog out the DM and all this, but when you look at what they are actually trying to do, like when you look underneath the surface, it tends to actually be very chivalrous, right? And I know sometimes it doesn't feel like that or look like that, but that's why you have to look at the bigger picture, right? Look at the bigger picture. Okay, so DFs, how are you feeling in your heart space? Let's look at the heart space for the Divine Feminine first and see what she's feeling in her heart for the Divine Masculine. At this time, first card out, Knight of Cups. She knows he's coming. She knows the love is here. On deck, we've got the Eight of Swords. And one more card, please, Spirit. The Two of Cups. I literally can't make it up. Okay. So, Divine Feminine, we know the deal. The love is here. The love is here. They're feeling the love. They're expecting him, they're expecting Divine Masculine to come through. They're expecting, just talking about chivalry. And here it is, right? But there is this energy of, I'm stuck in the hoping and wanting and wishing phase, right? Divine Feminine feels like she's stuck in that phase. Let's see what this Eight of Swords is about. Got the Knight of Pentacles, followed by the Moon, followed by the Star. So yeah, she knows it's coming, but with this Moon card here, it's a waiting game. For some of us, it's a doing game. For some of us, it's, finding our, own private missions outside of the Divine Masculine, right? But either way, this comeback from the Divine Masculine is still elusive. And, it's followed up by the Star card. This is really the wish. This is really the hope. This is really the dream that it can come together. So how is the Divine Masculine feeling in his heart space at this time, the Divine Feminine? How's Divine Masculine feeling in his heart space? First card out, Eight of Wands. So he wants to talk, that's for sure. We got the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. Also getting the Nine of Cups. So how does he feel in his heart? He really wants to communicate how he feels about you and how he sees you. Truly. He's completely seeing you for the goddess that you are, for the light that you are, for the strength that you are, for somebody that has it together. And you know what? Sometimes divine feminine might say, well, I don't really have it all together. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much is in your bank account and things like that. What's important here is that he's seeing you. He's seeing your soul self. And that's what's most important. So yeah, it doesn't matter. Apologies. Had to deal with a crying 5-year-old. Y'all know how that go. But he sees you for who you are, right? On the inside. Doesn't matter if you're not rich or blah, blah, blah. That's irrelevant. And he's seeing you and all your glory as his wish fulfillment. That's how he feels. And he wants to tell you. Divine masculine wants to speak. So let's see. Let's clarify this 8 of Wands. Or maybe he is speaking. Maybe he is telling you. Right? What's this 8 of Wands? Okay, we're getting the 7 of Cups, the Death card, and Justice. Yeah. You it. You are it. You are the chosen one. That's what he wants to tell you. If there was some sort of, there's always a third party situation, and it's not always a person, right? Sometimes it's a thing. Sometimes it's an addiction. Sometimes it's a job. It could be a million different things, but all of those other options, all of those other things that maybe they were putting all their time, effort, and energy into instead of, this union, this partnership, that's over. And they're happy about it. They feel like it's justice. They feel like it's what should happen. Okay. So now we're going to look at what actions is the divine feminine likely to take in the next upcoming weeks. Let's see. Stick around to the end because we're also going to have a bonus for some private messages that the divine masculine wants to give the divine feminine. Okay. So what actions will divine feminine likely take in the upcoming weeks? Got the 6 of Swords, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Wands. So definitely moving away from feeling this sort of abandonment and wanting to speak about that. So that could be that you're healing within yourself. It also could come from the form of a communication. Perhaps some type of communication comes in and then you're no longer feeling abandoned, right? The 9 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So let's see what this communication is about here for the divine feminine. What's this 8 of Wands about? Let's see. Work with me, cards. Okay. We're getting the 10 of Pentacles, the Fool, and Temperance. So I just heard it's all coming up roses. I don't know, but the 10 of Pentacles is here and the Fool is here. So this communication very well might be about moving in or moving to a new location, moving house. Somebody is definitely willing to take a risk here. And things are being healed with this Temperance card. Things are definitely being healed by this communication. Let's see what the 6 of Swords is about. Tell us about the 6 of Swords for the divine feminine, please. We've got the Sun. So definitely moving into clear waters. The Ace of Pentacles. And the 4 of Swords, again, healing. Divine feminine truly looks to be moving into a space where things are coming up all roses, right? Moving out of feeling abandoned, beginning to start to see, especially with these pentacles here, you know, when you think about pentacle energy, it's very slow, right? And so as that's coming in for you, it may feel like it's never gonna come, right? Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck, waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. But it looks like it's coming. And it looks like it's going to offer another level of healing. We've all done healing work within ourselves, but when these unions start to come together, it is going to provide a different level of healing for all of us. So what actions is divine masculine likely to take in the next few weeks? Bated breath, right? What actions are divine masculine likely to take? So we have the Page of Swords. Let's do that for Spirit. We've got the Page of Pentacles. It's a sneeze. A silent sneeze. And last card, Spirit. Last card, please. One more. Oh my. They gave us two. Okay. So, we have two pages here. The Page of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. So definitely looking to do something differently, right? Learning about themselves, perhaps watching what you're doing, seeing what's going on, finding out about you. But this to me more so really feels like finding a new way to do this. And it was followed up by the Four of Cups and the Ace of Cups. DM doesn't want to sit idly by while the love of his life is just out there in the world. No, he's tired of that. Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, he's tired of that. Divine masculines, they're over it. They're over this, all right? It's gone on too long as far as they're concerned. Let's look at this Page of Swords and Page of Pentacles because I feel like it's kind of a joint energy. What's this Page of Swords and Page of Pentacles for divine masculine? We've got the Four of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Yeah. They know that this energy has it's stagnated them. And it hasn't only stagnated them, like it's stagnated their life. You know, how can you be in the Four of Pentacles, right? Holding on, not moving, stagnating, right? But then you're in the Two of Wands. Like, that's not going to work. Right? Like, you can't move forward with like 3,000 pieces of luggage. It's not how it works. And, you know, with this Queen of Cups here, he now understands, like, this is what I need to be holding on to. This is how I move into the future. We have to remember, like, you know, mostly who's watching this video, it's divine feminine, right? But for us, you know, love is such a normal thing, right? It's like a part of us. It's not outside of us. It's literally who we are for the most part and how we operate. So it's not foreign to us, but we got to remember, like, divine masculines, that's not quite how they've been operating, and especially how the world expects them to operate. They're typically not allowed to show this and share this. So this is foreign, right? It's foreign for them. And it doesn't seem like it should be, but that's a judgment, right? It's not for us to judge that. Either way, it seems like divine masculine is seeing love a little bit more clearly now. Let's look at this Ace of Cups. Oops. Too many cards. Let's look at the Ace of Cups for the divine masculine. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. They're ready to do this. Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Like, I literally can't make it up. They're ready to do this. It's time. It's time. They're just working on their courage a little bit more. I'm also hearing like trying to get their ducks in a row, like trying to make sure that there's no possible way this can fall apart again, which is a little bit of control issue, but listen, it's the thought that counts. Right? Like, it's the thought that counts. They want this to be something that lasts. You know, as much as divine feminine is tired, believe you me, divine masculine's tired too. Right? They came here, they remember you, they're ready to get this show on the road. Don't think that divine feminines are the only one at this point that is tired. They're tired too, but just like we had to work through our lessons, they had to work through their lessons. This is beautiful. Okay. So now I just wanted to get some guidance for divine feminine. What guidance does the universe have for my DFs? What guidance for this fall equinox? So we have the Ace of Wheels or the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Cups and the King of Swords. So the guidance is essentially this. We know you're tired. And we know that this has taken forever. Absolutely forever. We know that a lot of the time you feel like this, especially now. It's getting to that point now where it's like, if this doesn't happen within such and such a time, like we're going there, right? I gotta leave. We're not. You're not. It's okay. It's okay. Right? Here's that discernment. Here's that discernment for all the lessons that you've been through. To trust what you feel. No matter what this journey has looked like, along the way, that's probably the number one thing that divine feminine has understood, and divine masculine for that matter. What you feel means something. It's either a trigger for you to heal something, or it's something that truly is coming in. Either way, this is your discernment now. This is intuition plus wisdom. It's coming. There's no need to walk away or feel like you need to walk away. Just chill. Everybody pump brakes. Let's look at this Eight of Cups. Spirit, tell me about the Eight of Cups for the guidance for divine feminine. Yeah, we got the Queen of Swords with the Eight of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so I just want to say something really quickly. If and when divine masculine comes back, please restrain yourself if you feel the desire to tell them all about like what you went through and the fact that like you're not putting up with blip, blip, or blip. Don't do that. It's not necessary, right? They've had their own struggles. You've had your own struggles. If anything, let those struggles bring you together and not make you feel superior or make you feel like, well, I've been through all. No. You know, instead of, let's change the perspective, right? Let's shift it to, this is what I've learned, and I'm happy to share this with you. What have you learned, right? Take it from that perspective as opposed to, I've been here, you know, you made me wait. There's no need for that. Just be cognizant. And I feel the need to say this because it is happening in Mars retrograde. So there may be a desire to be slightly more aggressive. Slightly more, you know, let's not go there, right? Let's remember love, right? Okay. So let's see what the guidance is for my divine masculines. What's the guidance for my divine masculines? We're getting the Death card. Followed by, also the Eight of Cups. That's what I'm saying. followed by the Hangman. This is what I'm talking about. Remember what I said. The energy, okay? The energy. If you're feeling like walking away, he's feeling like walking away. Like, look at this. You're seeing this new beginning, but it's not coming yet. It's taking forever. Ace of Pentacles. So you feel the need to like, I feel like I might want to walk away, but there's a need to look at the situation, to actually discern why you feel this way. There's possibly something in here that needs to be healed. On the masculine side, we have, here's this new beginning not happening with the death card here, right? Also feeling like they should walk away. Don't forget, this energy, the divine masculine, is dealing with confidence. The most important thing that you could do at this time is to offer love, even if it's like long distance, even if you're not telling them. That's the most important thing, because like, what is he doing? He's going in. What this feels like is the last little bits of worthiness, okay? The last little bits of worthiness are lingering for the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So just be aware of that. Also, getting the Queen of Swords. All right? So it looks like y'all will figure it out. I mean, the King and Queen of Swords, they're not fools. So it looks like y'all will figure it out. But just be mindful of that with this fall equinox. Let's see what this Hangman is about. We're getting the Five of Cups with the Knight of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Yeah, it's like back and forth. Just your energies are going back and forth. It's like divine masculine gets all revved up to do it, and then it doesn't happen in the time frame that you might think it should. So then you're like, he's never coming. This is nonsense. I'm not waiting for this anymore. You might even go out and do your own thing. Then that propels that fear and worry back to the divine masculine. Then he has to sit with it. Then he has to process through it again. And it's just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So just be very aware of that at this time. Okay. So I said that I was going to do a special... Sorry, I'm moving all around. Some bonus messages from the divine masculine. What is it that he wants you to know at this time? Divine masculine speaks, and this is primarily for individuals that are in separation of some sort. But what does he want you to know? What does divine masculine want divine feminine to know? Look at that. Eight of Wands, Two of Cups. Can't make it up. What does he want you to know? Let's see. Spirit, what does divine masculine want to tell divine feminine? Oh no, 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 no. Can't take all those. What does divine masculine want to tell divine feminine, please? So we're getting Temperance, the Nine of Cups, and the Sun. He's saying be patient. He's saying I see you. He's saying that you all both know what this is. There's no other option for either one of you. And he's saying to just, I'm hearing balance. And I know this card, like, I don't know if y'all can see that, but there's the Moon and the Sun, and this person's holding both of them, and they have wings. Okay? He's saying this is what we've been called to do. And it's not an easy process, but once we get through this, everything that we've been waiting for, wanting, hoping for, wishing for, all of that, and not just this life, but also in past lifetimes, is going to come to fruition. He's literally saying that both of you are worth it. It's just gorgeous. Well, thank you very much for joining me for this fall equinox reading. Until next time, thank you.